You are doing everything you've been told to do. You're over 60, and you know that protecting your muscle mass is the key to your independence, your mobility, and your long-term health. So you diligently focus on eating more protein. You choose the so-called healthy options at the grocery store: the Greek yogurt with fruit on the bottom, the convenient protein bar for an afternoon snack, the lean sliced turkey for your sandwich. You are making a conscious, dedicated effort to fight back against age-related muscle loss. But what if I told you that some of these very foods, the ones you trust to make you stronger, are secretly loaded with inflammatory agents, metabolic disruptors, and anti-nutrients that can actually weaken you from the inside out? This is one of the most insidious and heartbreaking betrayals in the world of nutrition. As a doctor who specializes in healthy aging, I have seen far too many seniors who are doing everything right on the surface, yet they are still getting weaker, more inflamed, and more fatigued. The problem isn't their effort, it's the hidden, deceptive nature of modern health foods. Today we are going to pull back the curtain and expose the truth. We will embark on a deep, comprehensive investigation into the 5 so-called high-protein health foods that can backfire, potentially causing more harm than good to your muscles, your joints, and your overall health. For each one, we will explore the hidden science, and I will provide you with a clear, simple, and truly beneficial alternative. This is not about fear. It's about giving you the knowledge you need to see through the marketing and make truly empowered choices for your health. Before we unmask our first culprit, I want to personally invite you to become a valued member of our proactive health community. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It's the best way to ensure you never miss these vital deep dives into the science of healthy, empowered aging. And let me know in the comments, what is your go-to high-protein snack? It's always a joy to share ideas and learn from the experiences within our community. Now, let's begin our investigation. Our first seemingly healthy food is a staple in refrigerators across the country. Number 1. Most commercial Greek yogurts. Walk into any grocery store and you will see a dazzling wall of colorful Greek yogurt cups. They are marketed as the ultimate health food, high in protein, packed with probiotics, and perfect for a light breakfast or a satisfying snack. And it is true that pure, plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt is a nutritional powerhouse. But the vast majority of what is sold, the convenient single-serving cups with fruit on the bottom, or those flavored with vanilla, honey, or other sweet additions, are not health foods. They are, in fact, dessert parading in a health food costume, and they are a secret saboteur of your muscle health. The betrayal lies in one single devastating ingredient: sugar. The yogurt industry has masterfully capitalized on the high-protein trend while simultaneously catering to our addiction to sweetness. A typical 5.3-ounce cup of a popular brand's flavored Greek yogurt can contain anywhere from 15 to 25 grams of added sugar. To put that in perspective, that is the equivalent of 4 to 6 teaspoons of pure table sugar. It is often more sugar than you would find in a glazed donut or a bowl of sweetened children's cereal. Now, why is this so catastrophic for someone trying to prevent muscle loss? It creates a powerful two-pronged inflammatory attack. First, this massive, rapid influx of sugar, especially when eaten on an empty stomach in the morning, causes a violent spike in your blood sugar and a subsequent flood of the hormone insulin. This is a highly inflammatory event. Chronic inflammation is catabolic, meaning it is a state where the body breaks down tissues, including precious muscle tissue. The constant inflammatory signals can interfere with your muscles' ability to repair and rebuild themselves. Second, this blood sugar roller coaster completely undermines your hormonal environment for muscle building. A state of high insulin tells your body to store fat, not build muscle. You are taking a food that is supposed to be anabolic, muscle building, because of its protein, and you are pairing it with a massive dose of a catabolic, muscle-destroying ingredient. I remember a patient, a 72-year-old woman named Carol, who was a dedicated walker and was very concerned about staying strong. She started every single day with a vanilla-flavored Greek yogurt, believing the 15 grams of protein were the key. Yet she complained of persistent joint pain, fatigue, and felt that she wasn't getting any stronger despite her daily walks. Her blood work showed elevated inflammatory markers and signs of insulin resistance. Her healthy breakfast was starting her day with a massive inflammatory sugar load that was actively working against her fitness goals. We made one simple swap. I had her switch to plain, unsweetened, full-fat Greek yogurt. To add flavor, she stirred in a small handful of fresh berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon. The change was profound. Over the next 2 months, her joint pain subsided, her energy levels stabilized, and she reported feeling stronger on her walks. By removing the hidden sugar, we allowed the power of the protein to finally do its job. The solution is simple, but non-negotiable. You must become a ruthless label reader. Ignore the health claims on the front of the package and go straight to the nutrition facts. Look for a plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt with 0 grams of added sugar. This is the only acceptable choice. It is a true superfood. All the others are candy in disguise. Number 2, most healthy protein bars. This next culprit is perhaps even more deceptive than the sugary yogurt. The protein bar has become the ultimate symbol of convenient, on-the-go health. We grab them after a workout, keep them in our car for emergencies, or eat them as a quick meal replacement. They promise a huge dose of protein in a convenient package. But the vast majority of protein bars on the market are not health foods. They are ultra-processed candy bars with a sprinkle of cheap protein powder and a long, terrifying list of chemical ingredients. Let's dissect the typical healthy protein bar. The first betrayal is often the protein source itself. Most bars use a base of soy protein isolate. This is a highly processed, factory-made ingredient that is worlds away from whole, fermented soy like tempeh. Soy protein isolate is often extracted using a chemical solvent called hexane, and the high heat processing can denature the proteins, making them harder to digest. Furthermore, soy is rich in phytoestrogens, which can be hormonally disruptive for some seniors, and it also contains goitrogens, which can interfere with thyroid function, the master regulator of your metabolism and energy. The second betrayal is the sweetener. To make these bars palatable without using real sugar, manufacturers load them with a cocktail of artificial sweeteners and sugar alcohols. Things like sucralose, acesulfame potassium, and erythritol. As we know, artificial sweeteners can wreak havoc on your gut microbiome, killing off beneficial bacteria and promoting the growth of inflammatory species. This impairs your ability to absorb the very nutrients you need to build muscle. Sugar alcohols can cause severe digestive distress, including gas, bloating, and diarrhea, especially in an aging gut. The final betrayal is the fat source. To bind the bar together and give it a satisfying texture, most companies use cheap, inflammatory industrial seed oils like palm kernel oil, canola oil, or sunflower oil, which are high in omega-6 fatty acids and contribute to systemic inflammation. So that healthy bar you're eating is a chemical concoction of potentially inflammatory protein, gut-disrupting sweeteners, and pro-inflammatory fats. It is the antithesis of a whole, natural, muscle-building food. I had a patient, a 69-year-old retired gentleman who played golf several times a week. He would eat a popular 20 grams of protein bar at the turn every time he played, thinking he was fueling his back nine. He came to me with debilitating digestive issues, brain fog, and a feeling that his muscles were not recovering well after his rounds. He felt weak and bloated. We took a look at the ingredient list of his favorite bar. It was a chemistry experiment. We immediately replaced his protein bar with a simple, whole food alternative, a small bag containing a handful of raw almonds and a few dates. Within a month, his digestive issues had completely resolved, his brain fog lifted, and he reported feeling a new level of sustained energy on the golf course. The solution is to abandon the processed protein bar. If you need a convenient, protein-rich snack, opt for whole foods. A hard-boiled egg, a small handful of raw nuts and seeds, a slice of real cheese, or a high-quality clean jerky are all infinitely superior choices. Your muscles are built from real food, not from a laboratory's approximation of it. Number 3, processed deli meats, sliced turkey, and ham. This is one of the most common and seemingly logical protein choices for seniors. A few slices of lean turkey or ham in a sandwich or on a salad feels like a responsible, low-fat way to get a good dose of protein. But as we've discussed before, and it bears repeating in this context, processed deli meat is a nutritional Trojan horse, delivering a payload of inflammatory and cell-damaging compounds along with its protein. The primary issue for muscle health lies in the preservatives, particularly nitrates and nitrites, and the massive sodium load. Nitrates, as we know, can form carcinogenic and inflammatory nitrosamines in the body, creating a state of high oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is the enemy of muscle recovery. Your muscles need a calm, anti-inflammatory environment to properly heal and rebuild after activity. When you flood your system with the oxidative stress from processed meats, you are actively hindering this recovery process. The high sodium content is equally problematic. A single serving of just a few slices of deli meat can contain over 500 to 700 milligrams of sodium. This can contribute to high blood pressure, which puts a strain on your entire cardiovascular system and can impair blood flow to your muscles, reducing the delivery of oxygen and nutrients needed for repair. It can also put a significant burden on your kidneys, which are responsible for filtering waste products from your body, including the byproducts of muscle metabolism. Furthermore, the protein in these highly processed meats is often of a lower biological quality than that of its fresh, unprocessed counterpart. The high heat processing and chemical treatments can denature some of the amino acids, making them less available for your body to use for muscle protein synthesis. I remember a patient, a 75-year-old woman who lived in an assisted living facility. The standard lunch every day was a sandwich made with sliced turkey on white bread. She was becoming increasingly frail, and her doctors were concerned about her rapid muscle loss. While many factors were at play, her daily, consistent intake of this low-quality, high-sodium, preservative-laden protein source was certainly not helping her body's ability to maintain its muscle mass. We worked with her and the facility to replace the deli meat with simple, freshly cooked shredded chicken. It was a small change, but it was a crucial step in providing her body with the clean, high-quality building blocks it needed. The solution is to treat all processed deli meats as a food to be strictly avoided. If you enjoy a sandwich, take the time once a week to roast a small, real chicken or turkey breast, slice it yourself, and store it in the refrigerator. It's a simple act of food preparation that pays massive dividends for your long-term muscle health and vitality. Number 4. An over-reliance on almonds and almond flour. This next point is nuanced, but it is incredibly important for the many health-conscious seniors who have embraced the low-carb or gluten-free lifestyle. Almonds are a wonderful, healthy nut. They are a good source of protein, healthy monounsaturated fats, vitamin E, and magnesium. The danger is not in the almond itself, but in its overconsumption at the expense of other foods, which creates a serious and highly inflammatory fatty acid imbalance. The issue is the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. Both are essential, but they must be in the correct balance. Omega-6s are generally pro-inflammatory, while omega-3s are anti-inflammatory. The ideal dietary ratio is somewhere between 4.1 and 1.1. Almonds have an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of over 2000.1. They are almost pure omega-6. In a varied, balanced diet, a small handful of almonds is perfectly fine. But many people have taken this to an extreme. They drink almond milk, they bake with almond flour, they snack on almonds, and they use almond butter. When almonds become the dominant health food in your diet, you are inadvertently flooding your system with a massive, unbalanced load of pro-inflammatory omega-6. This creates a state of chronic, systemic inflammation. This inflammation is not only a driver of joint pain and heart disease, but it is also highly detrimental to muscle health. An inflamed body is a body that is in a state of breakdown, not a state of repair. I had a patient, a 69-year-old gentleman who had recently gone on a keto diet. He was very proud of his new lifestyle, which was heavy in almond products. He came to me complaining of severe, persistent joint pain and a feeling that his muscles were constantly sore and never fully recovering from his workouts. His blood work showed sky-high levels of inflammatory markers. His healthy diet was the cause. By over-relying on a single high omega-6 food source, he had created a perfect storm of inflammation. We didn't eliminate almonds, but we drastically reduced his intake and implemented a strategic plan to flood his body with omega-3s from sources like wild-caught salmon, sardines, walnuts, and chia seeds. By rebalancing his fats, we were able to calm the inflammatory fire, and his joint pain and muscle soreness resolved. The lesson is a crucial one. No single food, no matter how healthy, should be a magic bullet. Variety and balance are the true keys to health. Use almonds as part of a diverse team of nuts and seeds, but do not let them be the only player on the field. Number 5. Seitan, the wheat meat. Our final food is one that is often hailed as a protein miracle, especially in the vegan and vegetarian community. Seitan, also known as wheat meat, is made from vital wheat gluten, the primary protein found in wheat. From a pure numbers perspective, it is a champion, delivering a stunning amount of protein, often more than beef or chicken, with very little fat or carbs. This seems like a perfect food for building muscle. However, for a significant portion of the senior population, it can be a hidden source of profound gut inflammation that can completely undermine their health goals. The problem, of course, is the gluten. While only a small percentage of the population has full-blown celiac disease, a much larger and growing percentage of people have what is known as non-celiac gluten sensitivity. This condition can be difficult to diagnose, as its symptoms are often vague and can appear hours or even days after consumption. For these individuals, consuming a highly concentrated dose of pure gluten, like seitan, can trigger a powerful inflammatory response in the gut. This gut inflammation can damage the delicate lining of the intestine, leading to leaky gut, which impairs your ability to absorb all nutrients, including the protein and minerals you need for muscle health. It also creates a state of systemic inflammation that directly works against muscle repair and growth. Many people with gluten sensitivity experience symptoms like brain fog, fatigue, skin rashes, and joint pain, all of which are signs of this systemic inflammation. I remember a patient, a 71-year-old woman who had recently become a vegetarian and was using seitan as her primary meat substitute. She was experiencing terrible bloating, persistent joint pain, and a deep, unshakable fatigue. She was eating more protein than ever, yet she felt weaker. A food sensitivity test revealed she had a significant immune reaction to gluten. The very food she was eating to build her muscles was actually inflaming her body and making her sick. We switched her primary protein source to a whole food fermented plant protein like tempeh, which is made from whole soybeans and is gluten-free. The change was life-altering for her. Her digestive distress vanished, her joint pain melted away, and her energy returned. My advice is to approach seitan with extreme caution. If you have any signs of gluten sensitivity or any unexplained inflammatory symptoms, it is a food that should be strictly avoided. There are so many other wonderful, clean, whole food sources of protein available that do not carry this significant inflammatory risk. Final reflection: the wisdom of clean protein. The journey to maintain our strength and vitality after 60 is one of the most important we will ever undertake. And the cornerstone of that journey is providing our bodies with the right building blocks. As we have seen, the promise of high protein on a package can be a deceptive and dangerous siren song. It can lure us towards foods that are loaded with inflammatory sugar, gut-disrupting chemicals, and imbalanced fats. The true path to muscle health is not about chasing the highest number on a label. It's about seeking the highest quality in your food. It's about choosing clean, whole, and unprocessed sources of protein that nourish your body without creating a new set of problems. So, what does a truly muscle-supportive diet look like? It's a breakfast of whole eggs, cooked gently, paired with avocado and spinach. It's a lunch of a large salad topped with freshly roasted chicken breast or a scoop of wild-caught salmon. It's a dinner of a hearty lentil soup or a piece of grilled fish with a side of quinoa. It's a snack of a small handful of raw, varied nuts and seeds, or a bowl of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt with berries. This is not a diet of restriction. It is a diet of abundance. It is an embrace of real food. Every single time you choose one of these clean, whole foods over a processed, packaged protein product, you are casting a powerful vote for your own future. You are choosing strength over frailty. You are choosing mobility over limitation. You are choosing to remain the strong, capable, and independent person you have always been. The power is not in a powder or a bar. It has been on your plate all along. Now, you have the wisdom to choose correctly. If this video has helped you understand the world of protein in a new and deeper way, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with someone you care about. This is information that has the power to change lives. Thank you for watching.